Well, another day, another update. First, news from Australia. We now have 452 cases of Covid-19. I think we had 77 cases reported today. So that number is climbing steadily. Yesterday it was 70 something. The last 2 days before that it was 50 something. So it is increasing at a disturbing rate. But it's been the same pattern in every country, so we can't expect it not to. Our national airline, Qantas, has cut 90% of its international flights, which isn't really surprising, I suppose. Anzac Day ceremonies have been cancelled across the country. Anzac Day is a day where we honour our veterans, and we have a dawn service. It's all very sacred and very special. And it's really sad that's not going to go ahead this year. Now, Australians love their sport, but unfortunately there's not going to be very much sport this year, it seems. All cricket games have been cancelled for the time being. Our National Basketball League were playing their final series. That's been cancelled. Our National Rugby League, a lot of the teams are on the verge of bankruptcy because of having to play in empty stadiums. There's no money to be made in that. They did ask the government for help, but unfortunately the government's got no money to give them at the moment because they have far more serious things to spend their money on. Our Australian Football League is meant to have their first game of the season this Thursday. That's still up in the air. And they've also reduced the number of rounds 23 and down to 17 now. So each team will only get to play each other once, and they're going to be playing more frequently to get through the number of games more frequently to uphold, at least partially uphold their contracts with TV stations. And also they want to get through the games as quickly as possible because it's flu season coming up, colder weather, and people are more likely to get COVID-19 as well, with the colder months coming in. So they think it's very likely that the players, at least one player's going to contract it. So it's best to get as many games out of the way as quickly as possible. Now we move to overseas in America. The mayor of New York signed an executive order shutting down theatres and bars. All restaurants have to have takeout or delivery. Fast food places are now drive-through only. That's also happening in other states like Michigan, Illinois and Ohio. A friend of mine in Michigan, he went to Taco Bell to get himself a taco, and they had a message on the front door saying that the dining room's not open, you have to go through the drive-through. In Florida, they've shut down the beaches because people weren't practicing social distancing. They're all putting their arms around each other, jumping up and down in the water, so the government's shut that down. A lot of hotels and casinos are shutting down in Las Vegas, and you probably heard this already, but the whole of San Francisco is under lockdown. And in other news, the whole country of France is now in lockdown. I think that happened sometime this morning. So a lot of things happening in Australia and around the world. Apparently more restrictions are coming into Australia. Our government's been having a meeting with health officials the past couple of days, and we should find out tomorrow what they are. So I will update you when I know. So keep safe, everyone. Remember, God is still on his throne. COVID-19 is not going to dethrone him. So trust him, okay? Okay. I'm going to probably go to bed now. So good night. God bless. See you soon.